Hey guys, welcome back to Cherry Hill Farm. About to start on some exciting stuff. Everything's getting more expensive. Trying to save money everywhere I can. So I went and dug out this 3/4 black poly pipe. I used to use this. I used to have miles of this stuff strung up all throughout the fields. Used to run all my water, irrigate all the fields with this stuff back when we were much smaller. But I remembered I had a coil of it over in the woods, so I went and got it. And this is going to be our manifold for our spider drippers for our mums. Quite warm today, but it's extra warm in this greenhouse. So right in time for watering these mums, we are putting in a new well. You guys are going to lunch right now, but they're in the process. We're about 100 foot deep. Hadn't hit any water yet, but hopefully we will soon. Hopefully it'll be a large volume. I've got these spider drippers. Pretty sure these are made by Netafim. That may not be right. There's several different companies that make them. But what I'm doing right now is we are growing. Ooh, that's better. We're growing 8-inch mum pans. That's what they call them. They call them mum pans instead of pots because they're short and squatty. And that's the reason they make mum pans short and squatty is because mums get so top heavy. If you made them the size of a regular pot, they'd be prone to tipping over, and mums break if they fall over. So for an 8-inch mum pan, you're shooting for a 16-inch mum, and to grow a 16-inch mum takes about 16 weeks. When you're laying out your drippers like what I'm doing right here, you need to leave adequate space. So a 16-inch mum is going to be 8 inches either side of the dripper. Well, we've got plenty of clearance. There's 25 inches. Will be 25 inches in between all the drippers. We'll do 50 plus 2 inches. That's what I've been told to do, is go your spacing and then add 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut me a stick or a little piece of pipe 52 inches, and we'll use that to put our emitters in. These drippers here have to have a emitter, and this cuts the flow rate down, and it's pressure compensating so that they all cut on at the same time and they all get the exact same amount of water. So we're going to try to get these drippers put in and get our mum pots full and maybe get them all planted. Kind of got busy and forgot to turn the camera on, but we got all of our drippers on, all the mum pots filled, and I made this little doodad here because I've read that if you don't get the mum plug dead centered in the pot, that it'll make it grow lopsided. So Lucas is watering our pots in now, so that we're not starting with snuff box dry. And then we're gonna go down through here and plug a hole in each one, like so. And we'll be ready to come back through and stick a mum in. These mums we bought from North Carolina Farms Inc. They're right down the road from us, close to Charlotte, North Carolina. Looks like they grow some good quality stuff. The way that they do them, and this may be common, I've never bought mums before, they make what they call a Ellie pot. It's kind of like it's almost like a hot dog of dirt, and that's what they start their plugs in. Kind of neat. They say that the most critical thing with planting these is getting them planted straight and getting them planted dead center of the pot, because they say if you don't, you'll get them whopper jawed. They'll grow off center, grow to the side. So trying to really make sure we get them centered up like they're supposed to be. If you're in certain parts of the country or wherever that y'all have phenomenal amounts of water that comes out of your wells without drilling very deep, count your blessings, because we don't. But we are very, very, very fortunate. We went, or I say we, they went 200 foot, because that's the initial price. That's kind of like the base price is 200 foot, and you go deeper and it adds more money. But they went to 200 foot, and we've got a little over 12 gallons a minute. I am thrilled with 12 gallons a minute. 12 gallons a minute will water a whole lot of greenhouse, and it'll fill up our tanks in a pretty big hurry. That is double the amount of water that we were getting out of our other well. My OCD is not gonna allow me to leave these pots not spaced exactly perfect, so I'm gonna have to go through here and get them all spaced just right. But they are all planted, watered, and I got drippers in, and I got the drippers hooked up. All I've got to do is do some math and get my mum pot special fertilize mixed up, because for growing mums, you continuous feed them for pretty much the duration of the time you're growing them. Every time they're getting watered, they're getting fertilized. And we fertilize with, I think what we're using is like a 15, 5, 30 plus micronutrients. It's called Mum Pots, our Pot Mum Special. And we will water them feed them at a rate of about 2 to 250 parts per million, all the way up until you start to see color. When you start to see buds breaking, we will turn the fertilizer off and give them clear water that stresses them and makes them bloom. So that's kind of the process and what we've got left to do. The type we're growing, what we planted today is pink, white, and yellow. Those are pretty popular for us in the past. So that's what we started with, 105 today. And in 2 weeks, we're gonna plant 200 and, I don't know, I can't remember the exact number, but the final number on them will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 mums. Not sure that we're gonna get them all in here, especially without moving some stuff around, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. The type that we're growing is a Belgian mum. They're supposed to be non-pinch variety. Most mums have to be pinched to shape them. And Belgian mums, allegedly, from what I've heard and read, Belgian mums do not require pinching. They will grow into a perfect basketball shape without any additional pinching. So here's what we got. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe so you can keep up with what we got going on here at Cherry Hill Farm. I appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll see you next time.